Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the Kensley Graduation Ceremony 2023 of the Kensley Graduate School. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished chief guest, a very warm welcome to Dr. Chandra Mbulvenia, all lecturers, the management, ladies and gentlemen, dear graduates. Well, today is, of course, a very eventful day as we celebrate you, the dear graduates, clad in their red gown and, of course, the red cloaks and the cap. And today is a day that on this very stage, you will be setting a milestone of your journey of progress and, of course, yet another stepping stone being marked and also being celebrated in your life's journey. With that being said, as we warmly welcome all of you to this distinguished gathering of celebrating our dear graduates, I would like to humbly and respectfully invite all our audience to please rise for the singing and playing of the national anthem. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your respective seats. At the outset, as we once again very warmly and respectfully invite all distinguished guests, special invitees and dear graduates, along with the family, relatives and friends, as we mark an eventful journey being celebrated in your life this beautiful afternoon, it's now time to formally welcome you all to this gracious occasion. And in order to do the honors of welcoming you all, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a very special individual. But before I do invite this particular individual on stage, please grant me a moment to read a little bit of his illustrious profile. The CEO of Kensley Graduate School is a prominent figure in the education sector. With over 20 years of experience in the UK education industry, he has made significant contributions to the field. Holds an MBA in International Business from Birmingham City University, which has provided him with a strong foundation in business management. His expertise and vision have been instrumental in the success of Kensley Graduate School. In addition to his role as CEO of Kensley Graduate School, he is also the director and co-founder of the Organization of Qualifications and Awards. This organization focuses on ensuring the quality and credibility of qualifications and awards in the education sector. Furthermore, he is the CEO and founder of the Online British Academy, an innovative online learning platform that provides accessible and high-quality education to a wide range of learners. His leadership and entrepreneurial spirit have led to the implementation of groundbreaking initiatives through Kensley Graduate School, has spearheaded many first-of-its-kind programs, revolutionizing the education landscape and creating new opportunities for students. Under his guidance, the Kensley Graduate School has established itself as a reputed institute known for its excellence and commitment to providing top-notch education. His passion for innovation and dedication to the education sector have made significant impact on the success and growth of this institution. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor, and of course I would like to invite all of you to please put your hands together to the Director, CEO of Kensley Graduate School, Mr. Sajid Mulafar, to address the gathering.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished faculty members, honored guests, friends and families, and most importantly, the graduates of Kensley Graduate School. Good evening and congratulations. Today, it makes a significant milestone in your lives, a moment that compacts years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. As the CEO of Kensley Graduate School, I'm privileged to stand in front of you at this joyful occasion and share a few words of inspiration and encouragement. First and foremost, let me express my sincere admiration for each and every one of you, committed to pursuing higher education, expanding your knowledge, and pushing your boundaries to the commitment and potential truly a remarkable thing. You have consistently demonstrated excellence without limitations, showcasing your ability to thrive a dynamic and ever-changing world. As postgraduate graduates, you have embarked a journey of intellectual exploration and discovery. You have extensively explored your chosen field, conducting a groundbreaking research, challenging an existing framework, and seeking innovation solution to the complex problems. Your thirst for the knowledge has been uncontrollable, and it is this thirst that will continue to drive forward your future of undertakings. Today, as you step into this stage to receive the well-deserving diplomas, remember that this is not the end of your learning journey, but it's the new beginning of a chapter. Your education has equipped with the tools necessary to make a lasting impact on this world. It's now your responsibility to leverage these tools and transform these academic achievements into a tangible contribution to benefit the society at large. The world we live is facing numerous challenges, from climate changes, economical and social inequality, and from technological disruption to the global pandemics. But every challenge comes with an opportunity for you to grow, to change, to progress. As your postgraduate students, possessing these skills, knowledge, and critical thinking, that ability is to be you will be the facilitator for the transformation of this world. to encourage each and everyone for you to embrace your role as a change makers, leaders in a respective field. Your expertise and innovation thinking will shape the future. And it is seemly that your ability to make this positive in this world impact. Be courageous, be bold, and be unafraid to change the status. Never settle for less. For the world needs your brilliance, your passion, and your continuing pursuit for the excellence. However, you have navigated the path ahead. Remember that importance of integrity, empathy, and ethical conduct. Success is not solely measured by the financial or the professional gain. It is defined by the impact that we have on others' lives. To make a commitment to the lead with passion, to uplift those around you. You contribute this betterment of this society. Remember that true success lies beyond this legacy that extends far beyond the individual accomplishments. Finally, I would be negligent if I didn't acknowledge the tremendous support that system has been instrumental in these achievements. Take a moment to express your gratitude to your parents, families, and the mentors who have stood by your side, providing unwavering support and encouragement. Their beliefs in you made your ability to have a driven focus on your career and your achievements. And their pride in this accomplishment is immeasurable. So say thank to your parents, your families, who were supported in these things. This is a moment you'll have to say thanks. This is a big achievement. As I conclude, let me repeat my heartfelt congratulations to all my graduates. Your determination, your resilience, and unwavering commitment have brought you to this momentum day. Carry these lessons learned during this time at Kensley Graduate School and embark the future that fills with purpose, passion, and limitless responsibilities. Remember, the world waits for the brilliance, your ideas, and your contribution. Embrace the challenges, seize the opportunities, and always strive for the excellence. Together, let us create a brighter future, more inclusive and sustainable. Congratulations once again, and I wish you very best for your future success. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's all put our hands together to Mr. Sajid Mulafar for making those opening remarks this afternoon. Thank you very much. Well, with that showreel of Kensley Graduate School, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time that we once again listen to yet another very special person amidst our presence this beautiful afternoon. And once again, we do have an illustrious profile to be read out for all of you. Is the person a responsible officer who maintains regulatory compliance and a relationship with Ofqual and other regulatory bodies? Is also responsible for day-to-day operations with OTHM and also our sister organization, London Graduate School. Has extensive experience of working across all fields of education provision, including universities, colleges, and private institutions. Has taught and held senior roles at UK universities, being responsible for university partnerships and led on external examination and validation responsibilities for her various endeavors. Is also considerable experience in working with awarding organizations, particularly in relation to qualification development, compliance, and quality assurance. Has sound experience of working with regulatory bodies such as Ofqual and QAA. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all put our hands together to Ms. Patricia Land, who is the Head of Operations and Compliance, OTHM Qualifications.
Thank you very much for that very kind introduction. Wow, what a view. It's my absolute pleasure to be here this afternoon on behalf of all my colleagues in OTHM in the UK. OTHM is a very well-established awarding body. Actually, we're celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. And we have a long association with Kensley Graduate School. So to be able to have this opportunity to be here in person is an absolute privilege, honour and delight. It's already been said that this is a remarkable milestone. Many of you will have had to deal with a variety of different challenges, but all of those challenges you've turned into opportunities, and here you are today. This is both the end and, more importantly, the beginning. Here you are ending this stage and celebrating this phase of your accomplishments, and wow, what an accomplishment. For those of you who are being awarded OTHM qualifications today, let me tell you, I know what you've gone through. We put you through it. But also, for those of you who are achieving other qualifications today, I'm certain the same applies. That may be the end of this phase of your studies, but it is also the beginning of the next stage. And that may sound a bit cliched, but if it is, it's for a reason. This is the next step in whatever your professional learning journey consists of. Because whether you do further formal qualifications or whether you just take your step in your professional journey, what you've all done has been to develop the skills to learn throughout your life journey. And that, trust me, is an immeasurable, immense achievement in itself. There's no harm, yet again, in repeating the value of your family, your colleagues, your friends, your peers, and your mentors who have all contributed to your journey today. I'm sure it's been challenging at times, and without their support, and perhaps at times their guidance, and also perhaps occasionally the opportunity to shout out loud, perhaps the journey would have been harder. But here you are. On behalf of my colleagues in London at OTHM, we really congratulate you, and we really wish you a very joyous afternoon and evening celebrating this wonderful achievement. We look forward to hearing about future successes, and who knows, we may even meet again. Thank you to Kensley Graduate School for inviting me. Thank you to Kensley Graduate School for putting on this wonderful event, and enjoy. You deserve it. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for those very kind words and gracing the occasion. I would like to request Ms. Patricia Land to remain with us on stage as we move on to yet another very special moment on this agenda this lovely afternoon. And while we also say thank you very much for gracing the occasion and adding more color and glamour to this graduation ceremony of Kensley Graduate School 2023. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, to present a token of appreciation to Ms. Patricia Land representing OTHM, I would like to once again invite on stage to the Director CEO of Kensley Graduate School, Mr. Sajid Mulafar, to do the honors of presenting Ms. Land with a token of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all put our hands together. Thank you very much, Ms. Patricia Land, and also thank you very much to Mr. Sajid Mulafar. With that, ladies and gentlemen, once again we move on to a congratulatory message being shared from yet another very special organization, which is of course the ATHE, and I would like to invite all of you to please take a look at the screen for this video congratulatory message.
Hello, and greetings from the United Kingdom. My name is Alex Burks. I'm the Chief Executive of ATHE, the UK government-regulated awarding organisation that provides the qualification Kensley Graduate School students will be studying. Offered across 250 centres in over 50 countries, ATHE's off-call regulated and internationally recognised qualifications have been specially designed to provide the real-world skills students need to progress with their professional development and careers. At ATHE, we're delighted that Kensley Graduate School will initially be offering the ATHE Level 7 Extended Diploma in Computing Technologies, focusing on the artificial intelligence pathway. This is a recently developed qualification which embraces emerging technologies in this fast-paced sector. The AI pathway is already proving popular. I've just returned from visiting our centres and prospects in China, where the AI pathway is of significant interest. As with all our qualifications, the ATHE Level 7 Extended Diploma in Computing Technologies offers the following benefits for Kensley Graduate School learners. We regularly review the units and associated support materials so they meet the needs of learners. We align the programs of learning to comparable standards such as professional standards, degree, and higher degree qualifications in the UK and international institutions, so there is smooth progression for learners. We provide optional units offering the opportunity for learners to choose specialist units and pathways, which best match their interests and progression aspirations. The AI pathway is an example of this. We provide challenging and relevant learning with flexible methods of assessment, allowing your tutors to select the most appropriate teaching and learning methodology. We offer opportunities for learners to achieve higher grades by unit and for the overall qualification and reach their maximum potential. We provide learning that develops knowledge, understanding and skills in a vocational context, leading to personal and professional development and meeting the skills gaps which exist in the current workforce. And we develop individuals to meet the needs of organizations working in an international environment. The qualification itself comprises 5 mandatory units and 2 artificial intelligence units. The mandatory units are highly relevant to the latest sector skills needs. Managing innovation and change in computing, systems development and user experience, implementing and managing cybersecurity, business intelligence systems, and an independent project. The pathway comprises a specific AI unit and one on computer-based research methods. The AI unit aims to provide learners with an introduction to the features of artificial intelligence, including the philosophical foundations of artificial intelligence. This includes intelligent machines, artificial thinking, working like humans, for example, speech recognition, problem solving, and learning. The computer-based research methods unit aims to provide learners with an understanding of different computer-based research methods. Learners will plan their own research using associated techniques. Learners will also carry out a research project based on an area of interest within the computing technologies field, for example, future and emerging technologies or cloud-based technologies. We look forward to working with Kensley Graduate School in supporting the registration, delivery, assessment and certification of this important master's level qualification. Achieving this ATHE qualification with Kensley Graduate School will provide an excellent opportunity to gain an internationally recognised British qualification while studying in Sri Lanka. Furthermore, 5 ATHE university partners in the UK and internationally already recognise the ATHE Level 7 Extended Diploma in Computing Technologies for top-up progression to their MSc Master's degrees, providing progression opportunities for learners to suit their circumstances. May I wish all prospective Kensley Graduate School students for this and future ATHE qualifications the very best with their studies, and I look forward to hearing about their progress towards achievement and certification. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a video congratulatory message from ATHE, which is an UK awarding body which works in partnership with Kensley Graduate School. With that being said, to declare open the Kensley Graduation Ceremony 2023, I would like to humbly and respectfully invite the Head of Academics, Ms. Yashodhara Hemachandra, to declare open this session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all put our hands together.
Distinguished guests, faculty members, and graduating students, it is my great pleasure and honor to declare the graduation ceremony officially open. Today, we gather here to celebrate the academic achievement of our graduates and to recognize their hard work, dedication, and commitment. As the head of academics, I am proud to witness this milestone moment for the graduates. Today, we acknowledge the completion of their academic journey and we applaud their accomplishments. We also express our gratitude to the parents, guardians, and family members who have supported our graduates throughout their academic journey. Graduation is not only a celebration of academic achievement, but it is also a time to reflect on personal growth and development that our graduates have experienced during their time with us. As they embark on the next phase of their lives, we wish them all the success in their future endeavors. So, with great pleasure, I declare this graduation ceremony officially open, and I extend my warmest congratulations to our graduates on their remarkable achievements.
Well, that was, of course, the head of academics, Ms. Yashadra Hemachandra, declaring opening the session for the Kensley Graduation Ceremony 2023. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and dear graduates, the most awaited moment has dawned, and that is when we commence the graduation with the consideration of awards, as the recipients will be walking up on stage to receive the most awaited this evening. With that being said, to start off with the presentation of awards to our dear graduates, first and foremost, I would like to humbly and respectfully invite our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Chandra Embulvenia, to join with us on stage for the presentation of the very first set of graduates this evening. And also I would like to invite Ms. Yashadra Hemachandra, the head of academics, to join with us on stage for this session. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, we commence the proceedings this evening with the graduation 2023 for OTHM PG Dip in Project Management. Let's all put our hands together as all recipients walk up on stage to receive this momentous award. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to the Shanta Madhava Gunasekara. Let's all put our hands together as the recipients walk up on stage, ladies and gentlemen. The next recipient from OTHM PG Dip in Project Management goes to Amanda Sandamini. Malati Dinushika Gunabodhana. Asanka Samanpriya Pereira. MIP Gunavardhana. Sasika Samira Kapuge. Ruskin Deloshan. Eramdi Veerasinghe. From OTHM PG Dip in Project Management, we move on to OTHM PG Dip Strategic Management and Leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to Virajini Rukshi De Silva. Kodituaku Bubuduni Asanka. Damit Madhusankar De Silva. Dimutu Senviratna. Rumsi Mubarak. Tuan Reswi Saldane. Riham Muhammad. Rupasinghe Prasadi Upeshika. Amanda Shalini Ranasinghe. Lakshan Ranagala. And also in OTHM PG Depth Strategic Management and Leadership, Sihara Roberts. Well, thank you very much to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Chandra Bultania, for joining with us in the presentation of those events. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. As we continue with the presentation, and next up I would like to invite once again Director, CEO of Kensley Graduate School, Mr. Sajid Mullafar, to join with us on stage. As we continue with the presentation of OTHM PG Depth Strategic Management and Leadership, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to the next recipient, Niroshini Ganeshan. Nehara Nizamdeen. Akil Kidur Mohindin. Dilshad Hanifa. Vishankar Dayani Vijay Singha. Sulakshi Utpala Alves. Navanjana Pereira Gunaratna. Charles Edwin Joel. Dushanti Shashikala Boteju. Nirosha Selvaraja. Shalini Rashana. Amila Sandruan Gunasekara. Abdik Mohammed. Kutan Kulandran. Priyamta Kalum Ranasinghe. Rajat Gayan Madhuranga. Harshini Sandamali Kudagamage. Himansi Utpala Kumaratunga. Shashikala Dilakshi Rupasinghe. Mohammed Zaid Ramzi. With that, a very big thank you goes out to Mr. Sajid Malafra, Director CEO, for joining with us for the presentation of awards. As we continue with the presentation, ladies and gentlemen, next up I would like to invite on stage the Director, Head of Operations, Kensley Graduate School, Mr. Amir Osman. And as we continue with the presentation of OTHM PG DIP Strategic Management and Leadership, our next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, let's open our hands together to Anushika Pereira. KAD Ashika Sandarwani. Raisa Halaldin. Pradeep Sampat Banadara. Kimhani Shashikala Pereira. Upeksha Subhashini Vediratna. Asiri Rodrigo. Dilhari Fernando. Tiyangi Padma Peruma. Divyashini Suresh. And the final recipient from OTHM PG DIP Strategic Management and Leadership, ladies and gentlemen, let's open our hands together to Shanta Amaraja Jayasena. Well, I'd like to invite Mr. Amir Osman, Director, Head of Operations, Kensley Graduate School, once again to please join with us on stage for the presentation. Let's all put our hands together to the next recipient, Shanta Jayasena. With that, we move on to presenting OTHM PG DIP in Accounting and Finance this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the first recipient from the category goes to Asanka Ratnaika. Adria Fernando. Prabhani Utpala Rodrigo. Samira Lakmal. Srimanta Lakshan Vijay Singha. Vitursan Vaishnavi. Tusit Yogasaiga. Stefan Soares. Suresh Madhusankar. Well, with that, thank you very much to Director, Head of Operations, Kensley Graduate School, Mr. Amir Osman, for joining with us for the presentation of those awards. With that, as we continue with the presentation this evening, I would like to humbly and respectfully invite Dr. Deepa Pereira, Senior Lecturer at Kensley Graduate School, to join with us on stage for the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. We continue with the presentation of OTHM PG Dip in Accounting and Finance. Our recipient, let's all put our hands together to Shakila Salman. Darshana Ganeshan. We move on to present OTHM PG Dip in Strategic Marketing. Let's all put our hands together to the recipients, Manoj Chintakar Herat. Madhusankar Padma Kumara. Manisha Sandali Vijayatunga. Sonal Mercian Fernando. Fatima Renza Amir. Gayan Hetiarachi. Dilshad Imtiaz Hamid. Indika Upul Kumara. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to present OTHM PG Dip in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. Let's all put our hands together to Nadun Nilakshan. Dinuka Viduranga. Bithuni Girasha Ranasinghe. Sasini Chamika Gankavala. Naomi Priyadarshini Jayasinghe. Don Kavishka Hasaru. Francis Dilip Kumar. Don Avishka Srihal. Gamage Manoji Saumya. Next, we move on to present OT, HM, PG, DEP in Education Management and Leadership. Let's all put our hands together to Fatima Tasnim Ismail. Fatima Fasla Haddad Shamil. Well, thank you very much for that, dear Dr. Deepal Perera, Senior Lecturer at Kensley Graduate School, for joining with us for the presentation of awards. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all put our hands together. With that, as we continue with the presentation, I would like to invite once again Senior Lecturer at Kensley Graduate School, Dr. Ramzia Begum, to join with us on stage. A round of applause to Dr. Ramzia Begum, a Senior Lecturer. As we continue with the presentation of awards for OT, HM, PG, DEP in Education Management and Leadership, let's all put our hands together to Mohammed Nasli Sadia. Mohammed Nizam Dalshana. Fatima Sumayya Yusuf. Azmina Amir. Mohammed Liaquat Sumaya. Imdika Roshanti Pereira. Kitmini Imalsha. Chaitana Tarindi. Fatima Nuzla Samiruddin. Aisha Uzma Wahid. Hezroni Delma Ratnam. Sanjeevani De Silva. Shastri Manike Kotegapitia. Vijini Dilmini Pereira. Mahendrika Uduberala. And we move on to present OT HMPG DIP in Hospitality and Tourism Management. Let's all put our hands together to Kamalashini Ramakrishnan. Anisha Nias. Matan Kumar Devakaran. Sahan Rashida. Ratika Subramaniam. Noel Prasad Rajapaksa. Ravishka Lahiru Mahavatta. And we move on to present OT HMPG DIP in International Business Law. Let's all put our hands together to Mohammed Azad Jishan. In OT HMPG dip in public administration, let's all put our hands together to the recipient, Mavatke Manjula Priyadarshini. Our final recipient, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to present Level 6 Diploma in Business Management, and our recipient this evening is Disanaika Shaini Shanaya. With that, a very big thank you goes out to Dr. Ramzia Begum, Senior Lecturer at Kensley Graduate School, for joining with us in the presentation. And also thank you very much to Head of Academics, Ms. Yashodhara Hemachandra, for joining us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together to all the graduates who received their awards. Congratulations. With the presentation of awards coming to an end, we are moving on to yet another very special moment on today's agenda, which is, of course, when we listen to our distinguished chief guest who has graced the occasion and, of course, joined us amidst his busy schedule and, of course, making time to share some insights and, of course, some memories with all of you. Please grant me a moment to read out from his distinguished profile as well. Is a distinguished business leader with extensive experience running through 5 decades in driving transformation and innovation across multiple industries. He's a multidisciplinary, expert-driven, mission-oriented transformation to deliver growth and productivity in organizations. Currently serves as the Chairman, Technology Development and Innovation Arm, Chairman, STEAM Education Working Committee of the National Science Foundation, Team Leader for preparing the BIMSTEC Human Resource Development Plan, member of the Agriculture Food Security and Nutrition Committee, the Agriculture Modernization Committee of the Presidential Office, and other consulting assignments. Notably, he was the first private sector personality invited by the Sri Lankan government to establish a national university, where he founded and served as the Vice Chancellor of the Uvavelas University. Under his leadership, the university was founded on the STEAM concept for value addition to the national resource base, connecting with economic and social development and skilling the students in entrepreneurialism. He introduced entrepreneurial education and multidisciplinary concepts which have been embraced by many universities. In addition to his work in academia, he's also held numerous leadership positions and has made significant contributions to both the public and private sectors in Sri Lanka. He has chaired the BIMSTEC Chamber of Commerce, the Joint Business Forum, the National Chamber of Commerce, the BIMSTEC Business Forum, and several private sector companies. He also chaired the Experts Committee for establishing the first Sports University of Sri Lanka and advised on the overall academic, operational and construction process to the Sports Ministry. Throughout his career, he has been recognized for his outstanding contributions to higher education and the industry as a whole. He has delivered keynote speeches and guest lecturers at numerous prestigious institutions, including the University of Oxford Saïd Business School, the National Council for Entrepreneurial Education UK, and many other universities. He holds a BSc in Math Specialist degree, PG, Dip in Math from the University of Ceylon, Perak, Kenya. Honorary Fellowship of the National Institute of Plantations Management, a Distinguished Fellowship from the Institute of National Security Studies, and has been awarded an Honorary PhD for his contributions to higher education. Ladies and gentlemen, with that illustrious profile, let's all put our hands together to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Chandra Imuldania, to address the gathering.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I came prepared with a speech, but after listening to the moderator, I think I changed my mind. You know, he wanted me to speak about my experiences. And this speech is not about experiences, but you should experience. So, let me first say a few words of thank you to the people who invited me, Yashodhara and the CEO Director, both doing excellent work here, to Kensley, to uplift education in Sri Lanka, which is something that I always support the private sector to engage in. Actually, let me take you back in memory. You know, our country went through 30 years of real hard times. And before that, we had an insurrection and also a second insurrection in our country, all because of poverty in our country. So if we want to come out of the cycle of insurrections in our country, there is only one way. That way is none other than what Kensley is doing and illustrating to this country. There are few private higher education institutions in our country who are contributing greatly to the transformation that we all want to see for Sri Lanka. When I go back to 2004, there was a time in one of our universities where two groups of students, one group subversive, the other group progressive, happened to clash. And the subversives attacked a student from the opposition and killed that student. And one of the progressive students later happened to kill a subversive student. Now, this is in a so-called prestigious university in Sri Lanka, in the national realm. The same year, I was also asked invited by the government to get that university reopened. So I went through all the student leaders, inviting them, along with two other people, professors. And we ran through all the issues that they were having. Indeed, they had a lot of issues. So I undertook and gave an assurance that I will sort out those issues for that university students. And then I offered them a solution so that they would not say no to that solution if they wanted to get that university reopened. They all agreed that. And it took me 5 days to sit with them, only going home for dinner, along with my other two colleagues. And we came up with a solution, presented it to the education higher-ups and also the president after that. And it was all accepted, and peace was brought. And some other solutions were found and implemented. Of course, they wanted me to be a competent authority of that university. I said no. So allowed the university to continue with the usual business. The following year, in 2005, the government invited me. I'm not a political guy, I must tell you that. But when they listened to me, how I described the student's profile that we want to have for the future, they said, the authority in Sri Lanka is the University Grants Commission. They said, can you show us how to do a university of the type that you're talking about? So I said, certainly I can do that for you. Okay, they invited me, take over the lead role and then do it. I never looked back after that. Of course, I had certain conditions and they gave me free hand. I said, if you interfere with me, then I will not be able to do what you want me to do, so I will quit. But they all listened and they gave me the opportunity to carry on with what I wanted to develop. And that is when the Uwe Wellassa University came to be. Of course, what they told, make a different university from the rest of the national universities. And now here I am stuck with the Universities Act. And also, within that act, I have to design a different university from the rest of the universities in the country. So that was my challenge. What is the transformation? What are the strategies that I would adopt to transform education in our country? Because that university was going to be an illustrious leader in the education, higher education sector in our country. So what I did was actually few things that I think students can learn from. If you want to differentiate yourself, what should you do? First thing is you should have your vision. Then you should know the purpose of your mission, the mission, what you should do. Then you should develop your master plan with the objectives, measurable outcomes in a given period of time. And also, you should also develop the strategies and the KPIs that you want to see. So when I first developed this, I didn't want to talk with the rest of the people because that will be too complex for most people that I had in my domain to go to Badulla. Badulla is 275 kilometers outside Colombo. So what I could attract was what I could get from the system at that time. So I really started working with the young people who were going to be the backbone of my people, my university. And I gave them a vision. The vision was to be the center of excellence for value addition. And the purpose of the university was to add value to the national resource base. Because today, what we are experiencing in our country is actually not realizing the value of our national resource base. Our national resource base is so rich that they have not realized. Now, congratulations to those students who are passing out today. And I've gone through your degree programs, the programs that you are graduating from. Those are all real, forward-looking, modern programs. And I congratulate you. And I look forward to seeing a lot of things coming out from your efforts in the future. But in 2005, to talk about value addition to the national resource base was something that nobody really understood. I was talking about technology that is needed to add value to the national resources. For example, if you take tea should really be thinking, we should be thinking of tea not only as a beverage, which we have been doing for the last 150 or more years. And we are proud about Ceylon tea. And that is only a beverage. And that's when it was taken to London. And from London, it was made a beautiful drink for hygiene. But here we are still stuck with that, and we get maximum $1.5 billion income from the tea industry, which covers the biggest landscape in our hill countryside. Now, if you want to take it to $5 billion for the future, then you've got to have a different strategy. That different strategy is what I showed them. My students came out with degrees with the technology for value addition to tea. I didn't teach them how to become good planters, or I didn't try to teach planters how to make better tea. But I wanted our students to take the product that the planters are good at producing and make it a better product for the consumption, for consumers. And not only as a beverage, but as many other different applications. And about 3 years back, I did an analysis of the so-called value addition in our country. We think about bringing nice little boxes, containers of different shapes, and put the same tea that we process. We put the same tea that we process in those containers and sell. That's quite different to value addition. If we have to look at value addition, then we have to think about different applications of high value with a tea base. And you can see that today in many supermarkets, groceries, when you go to Japan, for example, in any other country where tea is not grown, like in Sri Lanka, but what they do with the tea that they buy from us, and then how they transform that into high value added products. So my first lesson for you is think beyond what you already have as your resources, and then try to think differently to add value. The second thing is, now this is a lesson that all of you learn in your marketing. Who is your customer? And what is the experience that the customer gets from buying your products? So I taught everybody the value proposition, and in that value proposition, I showed them the 3 most important things that they should be having in terms of, for example, for you, Kensley University, as a graduate school, you should be having your knowledge and skills and expertise that you provide the students with the research experiences and all that. The second thing is about the relationships. How do you manage your relationships with your outside world, the students and the parents, potential parents, and the administration and the business community in the country. And third is about the image. How do you really build up your image? And I saw some very nice clips here. Think beyond that and see how you can develop your value proposition. And that value proposition is what people pay for. And that is how you fulfill your shareholders' expectations. I had a very interesting experience one day when the minister called me, and the education minister at that time called me and asked me to come down to Colombo. And he said, here, these gentlemen want to ask you some questions. So they were all seated around his table, and I just walked into his office coming from Badul all the way. I left 3 o'clock in the morning to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning at minister's office. And so he said, turning towards the man around the table, you can talk to this gentleman, he's the Vice Chancellor, and ask him what your questions. So that person, he told me, this Vice Chancellor is thinking that, he's setting up a private university. He thinks that this is his university. And a whole lot of complaints that the way I was making that university different to the other universities. So I listened to all that for about 10 minutes, and then the minister turned towards me and said, you have to answer his questions. And there were a lot of other people who were supporters. So I asked the gentleman, can you please introduce yourself? And I don't know who you are. Then he said, he is the chairman of a federation. So I told him, if you had given me a call, I could have saved a long trip and a day's work for me, because my job actually is preparing, making, and producing a different university to what you are working on. And if you are telling me to do the same thing that you are doing in my university, I will also be doing the same errors, same mistakes, and producing the same kind of students, graduates from my university, which I don't want to happen. I want it to be different. So to be different, I got to do something different. So that's what I'm doing. And I said, all the time, I'm working for a customer. And the moment I mentioned the word customer, all those people, they put up a huge sigh and said, oh, universities don't have customers. So, after that I didn't have to speak, because then the minister himself was a learned person. He took the cue from me and he dished out to the trade union people what they should hear about a customer. Because he said, the problem with you guys is that never have a customer. You don't think about customer, you think only about yourself. You have to look at it from a different point. Who are your customers and how are you serving them? And are you doing them a service to earn your living? So after that, I never had any problems from any trade unions. In fact, when I completed my task and prepared a university which was, the education was silo-free, it was multidisciplinary. We also had entrepreneurial education in every degree program. I prepared 11 degree programs there, and also it made 15 programs because of derivatives. And all the programs value addition to national resource base with entrepreneurial education in them. In fact, the first tourism, hospitality, events management degree program was started there at Uwe Lasse, and now most universities are doing that. Then entrepreneurial education, almost all the universities are doing. And also, some universities have taken up entrepreneurship as a program in itself. In my way of looking at entrepreneurship, it is not a degree program. Entrepreneurship is an experience that the students must get and must be able to reproduce out of their own working for the betterment of society. Innovations, entrepreneurship, all that go together. So, having said all this, let me congratulate all the graduates today, and I know you have a long way to go ahead, but don't think that standing alone you can do anything today. You have to work together in collaboration, in teams, just like in a symphony. You know, symphonies they have different instrument bearers who play their tunes, but the point is, play their instruments, but they can't become a symphony individually. They collectively become a symphony. So it is just like that in the outside world as well. You become a very high value, very important, very useful person when you work in harmony, like in a symphony, when you go outside of this place into the working world. I'm sure most of you must be working now. So I wish you all the best for the future. And I also wish the director, chief executive, and also our head of business, and also all the senior lecturers, all the very best to develop this Kensley to a very high level. I would really expect within the course of next 5 years, private education institutions to get their due label as universities. You are getting accreditation and your programs are accredited, and it is only the act that we have in our country that is standing between you and labeling yourself as a university to attract more students and expand your operations. I hope that that day will come very soon. Then I also want to congratulate all the parents who are here today, who are really enjoying what your children have done in this graduate school to earn their degrees. And wishing you all the very best, let me say thank you very much for inviting me, and I look forward to seeing you progress more in the future. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Chandra Mboldini, for joining with us and, of course, sharing those amazing words with us this lovely evening. I would like to request you, Doctor, to please join with us on stage once again as we move on to yet another very special moment. I would like to invite our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Chandra Mboldini, to join with us on stage once again. And alongside, I would like to invite Mr. Sajid Mulafar, Director, CEO of Kensley Graduate School, to join with us on stage as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a moment that we say thank you very much to our distinguished chief guest for joining with us and, of course, sharing those insights and life lessons. And this is when we say thank you very much, and we present a token of appreciation to our distinguished chief guest. Thank you very much to Dr. Chandra Mboldini for joining with us. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Well, with that, we also would like to inform you about yet another very fantastic endeavor that the Kensley Graduate School is undertaking. Well, as education is, of course, paramount importance and, of course, the top line in Kensley Graduate School, it is also somewhat highlighting to note that CSR, corporate social responsibility, also plays a pivotal role in the Kensley Graduate School. They are proud to announce the collaboration with the Spare Time Foundation to make a positive impact on the lives of underprivileged children. Through their Sponsor a Child program, they have taken the initiative to support the education of 100 children in need. As part of the college's corporate social responsibility initiative, they believe in the power of education to transform lives. They are dedicated to providing opportunities to those who may have not access to quality education. By partnering with the Spare Time Foundation, they aim to give these children a chance to build a brighter future through education. Their commitment to supporting these children's education is an integral part of our college's values and mission. They believe that every child deserves equal opportunities and a chance to thrive. By working together with Spare Time Foundation, they hope to create a meaningful and lasting impact in their lives. They're excited to be a part of this initiative and look forward to continuing the support for this underprivileged education through the collaboration with the foundation. Together, we can make a difference and contribute to a more inclusive and equitable society. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we do have a video to showcase to you. Let's take a look. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. With that, as we bring to close the Kensley Graduation Ceremony 2023, it's now time that I would like to once again invite the Head of Academics, Ms. Yashodhara Hemachandra, to declare close this ceremony.
Distinguished guests, faculty members, and graduating students, it is my great honor and privilege to declare the graduation ceremony officially closed. Today we gather here to celebrate the academic achievement of our graduates and to recognize their hard work, dedication, and commitment. We have also witnessed their personal growth and development, and we are proud to have played a part in their academic journey. As the head of academics, I want to express my gratitude to the lecturers and the staff who have worked tirelessly to ensure the success of our graduates. Your hard work and dedication have made this day possible. To our graduates, I offer my congratulations and best wishes as you embark on the next chapter of your lives. You have demonstrated the academic excellence, perseverance, and the determination required to succeed in your chosen fields. As we bring this graduation ceremony to a close, I want to remind you that your academic journey does not end here. It is a lifelong pursuit, and we hope that you will continue to learn, grow, and contribute to society in meaningful ways. I once again congratulate our graduates on their remarkable achievements and wish them all the success in their future endeavors. With great pleasure, I declare this graduation ceremony will be officially closed. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much to Ms. Yashodhara Hemachandra, the Head of Academics, for joining with us to declare close the graduation ceremony. With that, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, we bring to close the graduation ceremony. And as we wish you all the very best, congratulations to all your graduates, and also a very big thank you to our chief guest and distinguished guests for joining with us this lovely evening. And with that, I would like to invite all the audience to please rise as the head party walks out of the hall. Let's all stand, ladies and gentlemen.